part of the beauty of it is the center core of this thing is the character and nature of God being good and involved, and also that there is a relationship that already exists within God between Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And we get invited into that relationship. That's very different than religion, where we're on the outside having to earn our way through guilt and fear-motivated behavioral change into the affection and the approval of God. So, you know, I think people have really identified that as being so significant. Plus, a lot of us have big sadnesses, great sadnesses in our lives. And those stories have just come out of the woodwork as far as, you know, how the book has landed in the middle of people's great sadness.
And see, that in itself, I mean, that the other night when we were together at another event, people openly sharing that, how that, you know, this was a bridge for them and how it helped them to overcome their sadness. So tell me, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, when people are still gifting this to their family members and their friends, which is going to happen, what's the legacy for the Shack?
You know, I have no idea. I didn't have any idea when I was writing it that this was going to happen. So it's not like I don't have any agenda with this book. It was simply a gift, and when I gave it to my children, it did everything I wanted it to do. And one thing about a gift is when you give it away, it's really not yours anymore.
Yes.
I think the legacy will be the stories that have risen around how the book has impacted families and relationships. There'll be great conversations because of this story.
Exactly.
There's already been great conversations that have arisen. Even the controversy around it has stimulated great conversations, so I think it's all good.
And I wonder if you could quickly tell me the story about you were in Australia recently.
Oh,
and because that's a great story.
And it's not just it's happened elsewhere, but you know, the book kind of is uncomfortable for some people's paradigms, religious paradigms, and so there are certain groups that have decided that it's not in the best intention. It's not the best for their congregations or for their church communities or whatever. And there's one in Australia where you know, they a number of months ago they publicly stated from the pulpit, you know, do not read the Shack, don't go anywhere near it, don't go in it, you know, just stay away from it. And you know, as far as they were concerned, everybody was obedient to that. But they had a change of leadership recently, and I was just in Australia, and they were telling me this story. So during the welcome tea to the new pastor and his wife, they were asking all kinds of general questions, one of which is, have you read anything good lately? And the pastor's wife pulls out of her book a copy of the Shack. She holds it up and says, this is one of the best books I've ever read. Has any of you read it? And 3/4 of the congregation raised their hand. Which is just great, you know, where the law comes, sin abounds, you know. So when people are saying don't do it, I'm thinking, you have no idea what you're doing. You're just kind of opening the door. People will do it just because you've told them not to.
Exactly.
And so it's all through that group of people and those relationships, and you know, it's what are you going to do now? It's like lighting a fire.
Yeah. I want to say thank you for your gift of the Shack to all of us. It's been an incredible gift, and thank you to me personally, because this book for me has been an incredible gift, and it's built a lot of bridges for me. And if you haven't read this book, this is really a gift that you can give to yourself and to others. And thank you for doing it. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome.
Thank you.
It's really been an honor to be here at Indigo too. So thank you.
Thank you.